this computer. Okay, here we go. All right, where are you? Where's Rochelle? Okay, you're welcome. Just a little embarrassing. That's what I do. Welcome to my team. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. This is so incredible. I was just telling Andrea, I'm like, I feel like we're back at GTC with all of this. It's so amazing. So this is our Twin Cities Nation meeting. For those who are our guests, welcome. And really welcome everyone, you know, even if you're a guest or if you're a consultant or you've been around a while, just really feel proud of yourself for making it out. It's a beautiful evening, and last evening was not, so there was probably lots of other things you could be doing right now, but you chose to be here. So we are going to make that 100% worth your while, and you're going to feel really glad that you came here tonight. So, my name is Lisa, licensed, and I've been with Arbonne. This is my 4th year. It's my 4th year month is May. So it feels like a blink. I did that on purpose. I decided to host this month on purpose. So I like but it feels like a blink, and it's just been absolutely amazing. And so I'll ask each of you, we'll do a few things tonight, and you'll get the bigger picture of Arbonne, but just really like kind of clear the clutter of the day, you know, just kind of settle in, clear your mind, lean in, take it in, because this is really, I mean, you guys are in a really cool space right now. Hopefully you've already kind of gotten a piece of that this is a really great place to be on this Tuesday evening. So lean in, be curious, open your heart, open your mind, and right away we're going to turn it on over to Miss Hope Baker, who is our National Vice President in California, and she's got a few things to say. So I'm going to turn this around, and you're going to hear a little bit of Hope.
All right.
There she is.
Oh, yay! Hi, you guys. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, I love the fact that there is seating on the floor room only. That is fantastic. Okay, so I have got to give such a huge shout out to you guys.
Woo!
I think if you know me, you know you have my heart up there with you. I love all of you guys up there. This team, you guys are so special, and I've got to tell you that in my 12 years that I've been in Arbonne, rarely have I seen a month like last month. So you guys, the momentum that is happening up there is just extraordinary. You know, I know it was GTC month last month, and so of course volume can get pumped up a little bit, but you know, I know that what is happening is not due to that GTC bump. It is because of all of your efforts, you guys. I mean, I could not be prouder or more excited for you guys, all the activity that you have going on and the momentum and, you know, all of your hard work, and you're obviously pouring your heart and soul into your business. And I'm telling you, you are going to be rewarded tenfold for doing that. And I just want to say, you know, huge congratulations to those of you who, you know, went for your goals. Number one, even if you didn't reach them, you went for it, and so your business is going to be better off for it. Those of you who met your goals, huge congrats. You guys, I know so many of you are in qual for district or completed, and in qual for area. Congratulations, and a special big huge congratulations to Miss Lisa and her team who are in region qual. It's amazing. It's amazing, you guys. I mean, I know this is your month. The coming months are going to be absolutely awesome. So I just hope that you guys, you take this momentum and you roll with it, because once it gets started, it's almost impossible to start. So I love you guys. Again, huge congratulations. If there are guests out there, oh my gosh, you are at the right place at the right time. And to all our team, love you so much. And I've got to jump off and I've got to pick up some kiddos, but I am sending my best to you guys, and I cannot wait to see you this summer. So, mwah. Bye.
Thank you, Hope.
Bye. Congrats, Lise.
Bye. Thank you. Mwah. Okay. Let's just try it the other way. Oh, okay. Just because of the cord. Oh, good call. Whatever. Thanks, Sadie. Thanks, Mom. Typing. That's totally cool. I mean, all I can get right now. Today I was going to make chocolate milk for the boys. I did chocolate sauce, orange juice. Yeah. Delicious. Well, so that's what's going on in my house right now. Everyone just makes it to the end of the day alive and we're good. So that's what we've got going on. All right, so we're going to try to keep things moving because we've got a lot going on and we know you guys want to get out of here while it's still daylight. So we're going to start it off with some recognition, and this is so fun. I remember the first meeting. I think I was in this business like literally 2 weeks, and I got a rose for something, and I didn't even know why I had one. And then the people I brought to the meeting got roses, and I was like, what in the world is this? But I'm going to keep coming. And then literally I've gotten roses every single meeting. But the most fun thing is that I've been able to get them and then give them to the people who've come with me to the meeting, or people on my team who have brought people. And that is so fun to be able to do that, to ask someone to come to something, hear something, and then they leave with a flower, you guys. Just even I mean, when do you get a flower for something, you know? So this is so much fun. So I'm going to bring up, who am I bringing up? Miranda. Molly, whatever, just roll with it. The M's, some of the M's, yeah. The M&Ms for some recognition time. Awesome.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I am just thrilled to be leading this part of the meeting. As we've already heard, there is excitement and momentum and just really fun stuff that we're going to be talking about in terms of recognition. Okay, there we go. My name is Molly Carpenter, and I have been with Arbonne 4 years as well. Lisa and I are...
No, you're fine. I'm just making you bigger. So
okay,
you can see
awesome.
I'm making you bigger.
No. Thanks. I joined the business. I'm one of those people who actually just kind of jumped in. I had tried the products once at my friend Andrea's home, and really just loved the products from the first smell and touch. But it was what she said about the business that got my brain firing. And 4 days later, I was at her house signing up as a consultant and planning my business launches. I wouldn't still be here 4 years later if I didn't love the products through and through and believe in everything about Arbonne as a company and the integrity and the business, the social marketing model and the power of the business. So I'm just going to share a really quick story that's a little more recent before I jump into the meat of the recognition. My husband is planning to launch his own business soon. And he's been planning this for a while. He's an attorney and he's going to be starting his own law firm. And he's been very methodical and putting things into place for probably 6 to 9 months now. So it's been kind of this buildup in our hearts and our heads for many months, probably longer for him. And he finally, just on Friday, told his boss what his plans are. And it was a big day. So he came home and we were just talking about it and reflecting on what, how we got to that point and what it felt like and what is coming down the pike. And he turned to me and he said, Mal, I got my inspiration from you. You're the original entrepreneur in our family. And that is what, in part, has inspired me and given me the courage to jump in and take this leap of faith. So, we're going to recognize bonuses. We're going to recognize people that have promoted, people that are in the process of promoting, but really it's the development along the way that is the biggest gift in this business that you really can't put a price on. And if you're a guest tonight, or if you're newer and you're not as ingrained in the culture of Arbonne, you will hopefully feel that these milestones they're the result of like hundreds of little moments of courage, hundreds of little times of stepping out of your comfort zone, hundreds of little decisions that get you to these places, and then we can celebrate it, but it's really this culmination of so much. So I just hope you feel that and get a sense of that as we're walking through this. So first, we're going to start with people that are in qualification for our first level. So that's district manager. If you're in qual for district manager, come on up and say your name, please. Maybe I'm going to move here, and then you can just. Like you're on TV.
I might as well just keep.
Yeah. Okay.
Just gonna do that for a minute.
Yes, perfect. Okay. We've got a lot of action and there's going to be a lot of shuffling around, but if you guys can just, so we can start getting through the names. So go ahead. Auntie Kirsch. And let's just applaud at the end.
Melissa Kellner.
Rochelle Ehart. Linda Rash. Steffi Jessen. Crystal Wandler. I'm Brittany. Hannah Wilhelm. Jessica Worth. Deb Sachs, and I want to acknowledge Taylor, who's on Zoom, is also in qualification. Lauren Brinkman. Rebecca Rass.
Colleen Nellis.
Sarah Carlson. Wait for it. Lisa Carlson.
Leave Tollefson.
Jen Hallman. Love that train. That was just fabulous. Okay, we're going to recognize DM promotions now. So anyone who has promoted to DM, district manager, come on up. I know we have some. And I should also note that people here don't represent the entirety of these teams. We have teams in different states, in different countries, down under. So there's a lot more than meets the eye, but this is just who's here. So we'd like you to say, do we want to do a 30 seconds? Do a nugget? Or maybe. Okay. All right. Just in the interest of keeping things moving, will you just say your name?
Sure. Erica Yarlagata, and I'm going to do a 5-second nugget, and you just gave a great leeway. My upline is in Chicago, so thank you all for being welcoming and letting me be here, and I look forward to meeting a lot of you.
Congrats.
Anne Marie Holst, and my nugget is don't quit.
Lori Hassenstab.
Yay. This is my nugget. It said all in.
All in. Awesome. Okay, moving on to the next level of management, area manager. So people that are in qualification for area. Come on up. Get a rose and say your name. Woo! And you can go. These ladies. I gotta be up here with these ladies. Did you say your name? Did you whatever? Okay, sorry. Allison Chance.
Hi.
Put yourself on mute. Who is it? I don't know, but welcome.
Sarah's like on the bed.
I'm Sarah. I'm back. Hannah Ammerman.
And then Brower.
Ladies, the trifecta. The fourfecta. Also back. Henry. Awesome. Any area manager, new area managers, and promotions?
Next.
Yes, exactly.
Stay tuned.
Okay, is there anyone in qual for RVP?
we get like 5 seconds? Okay. So 2 things. First, Molly, like this is why you're my favorite. Sorry everyone, but you're my favorite presenter ever who comes up here because you always have something, you just say things in a way that are just, I remember like everything you say when you come up. So she's so, you're so great. And then I'd like to, anybody who is on my team or is a guest of someone on my team or married to someone who's on my team, could you raise your hand? Right? This is what gets the recognition. You guys are just recognition. Recognition! Like it's subliminal. It's subliminal. No, just like I am literally just blown away by this team. You guys in 3 areas in qualification and just standing up. I'm so incredibly honored to be your leader, and I can't wait to be standing here next month as a new region. So.
Well, I'm going to pay mine back. Also, don't ever quit. And I have to say, this lady, I have been running to keep up with her since the day I sponsored her. I totally sponsored up and I met her at a group. So if you don't believe in groups, you want to change that belief. And she just is the deal. She is an amazing leader. She's grown this incredible team. She's attracted these people. They adore her. It's what it's all about. And I'm running this month to keep up again, and I couldn't find a better running partner that I couldn't even run with. We have coaching sessions and she's running, and I'm like to the lake. Like she can't like cheat and not and walk. She's running. I'm like, oh my God.
I can't wait. That's gonna be next month. I'll be like, who on my team has talked to me while I've been running? Like everyone. So.
Well, now I might have to take it up. I listened to something inspirational this morning, and I'm like, oh. Then I'll run. Yes. I thank you every day because you help me believe in myself again. And this business can sometimes kind of shake you up a little bit, but if it's in your heart, you know you're not leaving. She made me believe in me again. So thank you.
He's like, I am definitely ready.
Yeah. The new arena.
Okay, in Arbonne, we can earn a bonus at every level, including independent consultants. So consultant 10, districts, areas, and then VP. And it's, I gotta tell you, it's a nice little kick in the pants to go for it, and then a little boom in the paycheck. I think I've said this before, but we have a very detailed budget at our house, and we've tracked that every couple of months there's something that flares up that we weren't expecting, and this bonus helps to cover those unexpected expenses. So if you earned your bonus, come on up and say your name and the level that you bonused at. And I earned my DM bonus.
Yeah. It's me. I'm Sarah. I'm back. District manager bonus.
At midnight.
Linda Rosh, consultant bonus.
Yay! Mary Hackle, district bonus. Tammy Brockman, consultant bonus. We get 2 roses. Erica Yarla got an independent consultant bonus. Lori Piney, district bonus.
Anne Marie, consultant bonus.
Jamie Keesley, DM and AM. Allison Chant, district. Rochelle Eher, consultant. Hannah Ammerman, district. Lori Hassenstab, consultant bonus. Oh, what's the course?
Kathy Lundgren, my DMNA.
Woo! Yes, all the police. District and area bonus. Lisa licensed district and area bonus, and I also want to say Hannah Ammerman earned her district manager bonus the 7th month in a row. And Miranda, I earned my district bonus.
Okay, we're gonna recognize anyone who sponsored one or more new consultants last month. So come on up.
I got a few leaves left.
So, say your name and how many you sponsored.
I'll give you a high five. One new consultant, Lisa, up in Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
This is instead of a flower.
Hannah Ammerman, Rebecca Ratz, Mac, and then Erin Moore. Lori Hassenstab, Myra Pettis, Temecula, California.
Bonnie and Mammy's right here.
Anne Marie and the amazing Jessica Ward. Tammy Rockman and Babbitt, who is not here. Jen Hallman, 3, maybe 4, I can't remember.
Okay, we can also sponsor preferred clients in our business. So if you sponsored 5 or more PCs, come on up, say your name and how many you sponsored. And I sponsored 5.
I also sponsored 5. Michelle E. Hargane sponsored 8. Erica, I had 11 last.
Okay, we have our AIT trip that we're in qualification for through the end of this month. So there's different levels that can be earned. Has anyone earned, is it the 3rd level? Is it the trip?
3rd level's trip.
Okay.
Maya.
I'm sure we have
Soon.
people that are close.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the final push. Okay, I think that's all for recognition. Thanks.
All right. Well, that was nice and short. So it's a good problem to have. We have all kinds of recognition. So I'm sure that's the same as everybody's staff meeting, basically. Right? When you work in corporate, this is what it looks like. So it's nothing different. Super the same. It was for me anyway, exactly the same. So, okay. So before we get into I think we're going to piecemeal it. That sounds terrible. But we're going to give opportunity for lots of folks to share about Arbonne. But before that, just a nugget about Molly inspired me to do that. So just kind of like where it came from. So, and why I'm up here. So I traditionally am a dietitian by trade, and I found the Arbonne products about, it was like 10 years ago. I was thinking about it. 10 years, it doesn't look like it, I know. 10 years ago, and loved the product, but was not introduced to the business until Miss Alyssa Wolney had an event. She was launching her business. And so I'm like, super, she lives 2 blocks away from me. I will go check it out. And that's when Patty shared her story and told me about the income opportunity. And at the time, I loved what I did, but I was a little disillusioned with what my effort was serving. And it was just, I was building someone else's dream at that point, and I didn't feel okay with that. As we were looking to grow our family, I wanted to spend more time with them, and it just wasn't looking possible with where I was at that moment. And so it was a bit of a leap, for sure, no doubt. But, nothing changes if nothing changes. And if you want something different, you've got to do something different. So I jumped in. And it was a crazy time, but that was 4 years ago. And man, just a total different trajectory is where my life is now. I've gotten to be surrounded by all of you, just absolute, just dream givers and hope givers, and our life is completely different. I've been able to be home with my 2 boys for the last 4 years, and my daughter when she graces us with our presence. She's 13. But it's just been, there are times when I stop myself and I'm like, I'm at the park at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm making breakfast with my kids in my jammies, and I'm still in my jammies at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because I can be. And so not that that's everyone's dream, clearly, but it's just, what do you want? What is your dream? What is your dream? Because Arbonne, without a doubt, can be that vehicle. Whatever your dream is, for yourself, for the people you love, this can be that for you. So just lean in and listen, and I'll hand it over before I start bawling again for the 40th time last week, to who's starting us off. Hannah. Oh, Hannah. Okay. I love Hannah. So, okay. I know. Okay. Area manager and competition, and Amberman, take it away.
Thank you. So as Lisa said, my name is Hannah, and I have been in this business a year now. But she pursued me for 6 or 8 months before that, and I told her no repeatedly. But this company, there were a couple things that stuck out about it to me when she initially told me about it that I couldn't shake. And part of it was the income opportunity, but I'll let Heidi talk a little bit about that. But this company was started in 1980 by a guy named Peter Mork, who was originally from Norway. But he basically looked at what we were putting on our skin and on our bodies and in our whole system, and looked at it and said, we need a better option. We need something that's healthier and better for us. And as a health coach and a well-being program manager, that resonated with me, and I'd always paid attention to what goes in my body, and that matters to me, but I'd never really found something that I cared about in terms of what went on my body, because I hadn't found something that was great. But so Peter basically had this vision in 1980, before it was cool, before it was even something that most people thought about, to think about what we are taking care of when we put in what we put in our bodies and then on our skin. But the bigger picture that really captured me is this right here, that Lisa just kept talking about, this culture, this group of people that want to encourage you, to champion you onto bigger dreams and bigger hopes, or to grab a hold of a dream that maybe you let go of because of whatever current situation you were in life. And quite honestly, where Lisa found me, I knew I was good at what I did, but I was in a job with a boss that did not believe in me and had kind of cut my legs out from under me. And I can honestly tell you, if I don't start crying, that I'm in a wildly different place than I was a year ago. And this has made a huge impact on that, because these people believe in you, and that is the huge culture of Arbonne. And what Peter said, and they talk about at GTC, in present day terms, if you give people who care about people, you make them millionaires, you will change the world. And that is what this group is doing. And I encourage all of you, if you've had a dream, if you've had a hope, but you've let go of it for whatever reason, listen up tonight. Listen up to what these products are about, but then also what this business can do for you. Because in case you can't tell, we're having something different come in our life this fall, and that wasn't on our radar when I started this business, but having this here now has a whole different picture for what our family life will look like. Because the goal is, by the time this baby comes and maternity leave is up, say peace, health partners. So yes, really listen up. Listen up to more about what these products are about and why we love them. Emily's going to tell you a little bit about that, but this culture, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, grab hold of it.
Hi guys, so I'm Emily Lindgren, independent consultant with Arbonne for almost 3 years now. And just to piggyback off what these gals are saying, so I'm driving my kids to preschool and I'm kind of practicing out loud, and my son, my 4-year-old, he says, "Mom, are you doing that again?" I was like, "You can do it, Mom. You can do anything." So it just goes to show it seeps down to your family. Your children are watching. I mean, that's the culture of Arbonne right there. It's just, you are the sweetest thing ever. So sweet. So as I said, I've been with Arbonne for 3 years. I was actually introduced to Arbonne in about 2008 at a product standpoint. And it was the first product that ever helped with my acne. I had tried every infomercial, everything at Target, the dermatologist, the harsh topicals, the oral. So fast forward to 2014, I met my sponsor, Miranda, and we spoke more at a coffee shop. She had the necklace on. I said, "Arbonne, I know Arbonne. You do Arbonne." And so, as they say, the rest is history. And we spoke as a business standpoint. And my background is portrait wedding photography. I'm surrounded by entrepreneurs. I'm portrait wedding photographer, teach yoga, I do clean houses. My husband has a snowplow and landscape business. So needless to say, I know the traditional business model. And what that looks like is trading dollars for hours. So with Arbonne, I have been able to be home 3 days a week with my boys because the time leverage is there. So that's amazing. That's just a little snippet into Arbonne in my life. And, you know, you think, why would you fit that in, or how would you fit it in? Just three businesses, 2 children. It could look like a text here, an email at lunch, and then the next day a coffee with a kid in tow, Hannah. It's wonderful. You can bring your kids. So now, why would you all choose, or guests in the room, why would you all choose this company, these products, when we have, you know, millions of dollars health and wellness booming industries, right? So what drew me in right away was the fact, as Hannah was saying, since 1980, we've had these incredible ingredient policies, and it hasn't just changed with the trends. You know, you hear things coming at you every which way. Gluten-free or whey-free, or should I be doing this, or what should I be doing? And Arbonne has always been just top-notch ingredients around the world. So what does that mean? Arbonne, it's not necessarily what we put in our products, it's what we don't put in our products. So no gluten, no soy, no whey, non-GMO, we're vegan certified, kosher certified, on and on, you know, no synthetic dyes, colors, fragrances. And then, as I said, it's ingredients from all over the world, the best, and it's that sweet spot between science and nature. So it's that blend, right? So I always like to think of it as do-it-yourselfers, the Pinterest. My sister, I love to use this example. She, bless her heart, she uses the best ingredients, but sometimes for her that means making it herself. And she made this toothpaste. It cost her $40 to make a toothpaste that tasted horrible, right? So she needed the ingredients, but it was awful. And then you have the science piece where I've done the dermatologist, and it's harsh topicals, it's oral, but it works, right? So Arbonne is in the middle. We're that sweet spot. And then one of my favorite things too about the products is that we have a 45-day money-back guarantee. So, you know, you go to Whole Foods and you get your protein, or you go to Nordstrom and you get your foundation, and you open them and they don't work. Money's gone. That's it. It's spent. So with Arbonne, you have a 45-day money-back guarantee. So that's really cool. So that's just a snippet into the products. And I think from here, I'm turning over to Heidi, who's going to speak about the business.
My name is Heidi Gilbert, independent consultant, regional vice president, and I have, is that okay, Dan? I've been part of Arbonne for almost 11 years, and oh my gosh, it's going to be in like 10 days, my 11th anniversary. I'm on the opposite end. I didn't try product before joining this business. I was pursued by a client of mine. I've been a personal trainer for 20 years. And it was, or she, not it, she was a very, very successful, what do you call her, website designer, whatever that was. And I knew she made a lot of money. And I thought, what in the world is she doing getting involved in Arbonne? But I wasn't ready to hear what this was about. So it was about 2 months where I pushed her off. And I have to share that at the time, my kids were 5, 3, and 1. I have 3 boys, and my husband traveling full time. Life was hell. And I say that up front because I know some of you might be in that spot right now. I knew that there was better ways to make money out there. I knew that there was better ways to spend our time. As whether it be an employee, an independent contractor, being part of a traditional business model, which I've been and my husband still is, that you're always trading that time for money. And I thought, you know, I had tried network marketing in the past for other companies prior to Arbonne, that maybe this is the one. So after 2 months of her pursuing me, I was bribed into listening to an opportunity similar to what you guys are listening to here tonight. And I joined the next day, not trying a product. And is that normal? No. But I jumped in with both my feet. I was so freaking determined to, one, get my time back, to be able to spend that quality time with my kids, to be there when I needed, or to be there with the school stuff, to the sports stuff, to all of that. And can I share with you, over these 11 years, over those precious, precious years of them being 5, 3, and 1 when I got started, I couldn't have started at a better time, you guys. I'm just going to be sending my oldest one, he's going to be a senior next year. And for those boys to grow up in the culture of what Arbonne is, you guys, I have to say that if you can't feel that energy in this room, maybe this isn't the right spot for you, but I swear you can immerse yourself with this and it will change your world, okay? So with that being said, I know I'm up here to talk about more of the compensation and business end of what Arbonne can give you. So I did jump in with both my feet. In 3.5 months, I got to an RVP level that I'm going to share here in a second, that you do get to drive a white Mercedes. You're making almost a 6-figure income. And is that average? No, it isn't average. I was able to quit my job 4 months in. Bumps and, you know, trials, errors all along the way over the 11 years. And this is about personal growth. You learn so much, not just about yourself, but about other people and how you can give back and how you are here on purpose in this world to be able to change other lives. And that's really what this is about. Your first initial thing when getting into this business really is for yourself. I get that. That's every single person in this room. If you think that you're joining this business just to help others initially, that's probably wrong, because you're really doing it for yourself initially, and then you quickly learn that it's for everyone else. And like Hannah said, millionaires can change the world. And that's exactly what Arbonne, we're going to be set out to do. So I'm so going off topic. I just love to share from the heart though. So social marketing, you know, like Emily mentioned, when you take out traditional retail and all the middlemen, when you are able to use this product and take it right from the manufacturer to us as independent consultants, that money now is spent on our research and development, which is located over in Switzerland. Highest superior standard products and quality there. So we're not, you know, dumbing down the quality of these products like many companies are doing here that are made here in the U.S. and formulated here in the U.S. I always share that time leverage piece. You guys, that's huge. Jobin is the girl who got me into Arbonne when I joined, and I have to share that she said, first of all, if you keep doing what you're doing today, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, so all the guests in the room, I want you to think about that for a second. And what I knew and pictured, envisioned, I wasn't gonna get there doing what I was doing. So what has to happen is a change, right? And so she said, think about the time leverage piece, that I know you don't have time. You're crazy busy. But if you can just dedicate 10 to 12 hours a week of doing this Arbonne business, and you get 9 others to do this business with you, you're leveraging off a 100-hour work week. John Paul Getty, famous quote he always says is, wouldn't you love to have 1% of 100 people's effort than 1% of your own? And that's what this business is about. You build a team, you work with a team, and you build that network of consumers. The business trends, you guys, as we know, online sales isn't going away, right? They're going to keep increasing. Online sales surpassed retail sales back in 2012. So when you can combine health and wellness with the superior product brand and online sales, what now you have is your own virtual online franchise. Nothing cooler than that. And use that term because you know what? I have my own health and wellness online franchise. We are now in 7 countries. You guys, we're just scratching the surface of global expansion. 7 countries. So we're in the US, Canada, Australia, UK, Poland, New Zealand, Australia, and Taiwan. We're launching into Germany next year. Woohoo! Arbonne does its homework before we launch into a country. And that's what's so important to know, that we are part of the top 25 of the direct selling associations, but we're still only in 7 countries. Most of them are in over 100 countries. We do our research and make sure it's going to be successful. Our compensation, I'm going to brief on this for a second because I could talk about this till I'm blue in the face because I'm very, very passionate. For those who are familiar with other network marketing direct sales companies out there, there's a lot of complicated systems, right? And a lot of levels. This has 4 levels of management with Arbonne. Everyone starts as a consultant when you start your business. Our goal is to get you to district manager as fast as you can. The average time is around 2 to 3 months is where we like to get districts. As a district, you're making anywhere from about $250 to $1,000 a month. That's life-changing for a lot of people. And that is just a stepping stone. You're building your business to be able to have the freedoms and choices, whether that be time, money, what have you. And that is just a starting stepping stone. Second level is area manager. This level, you're making anywhere from about $1,500 to $5,000 a month as an area. Average time to get there is anywhere between the 5 to 10 months. And as an area, what's so amazing with this is it's a willable asset. So if you were to pass away, you can put a beneficiary on, which for me, it's my husband and family. They will continue receiving my Arbonne checks forever. That's something when I was in the personal training world, no one was ever going to pay them, ever, a dime. They might have sent a nice bouquet of flowers, but that's it. So that is huge, huge if you see that vision of area manager. Third level, regional vice president. Woohoo! Patty and Lisa. This is where, you know, you get paid to drive a white Mercedes. That wasn't in my vision at the time. I drove a nice car and I didn't really care about a white Mercedes, and all of a sudden, you know, whoa, I get to pick out a new white Mercedes. That was pretty cool. And it's way cooler to be in one than thinking you really didn't want one. So with regional vice president, not just the Mercedes, but you're making income replacement money now. You're making anywhere from about $5,000 to $12,000 a month. Average time to get there is about 2 years. I know a few of us in this room got here in a lot shorter time than that. And again, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. But you absolutely can be, what's not the norm? The outlier, exception, whatever it is. A top level, national vice president. Average income is $22,000 a month. $22,000. You guys, this is a part-time biz. This isn't a 40, 60-hour work week. This is a part-time biz that you work around your other priorities and although yes, Arbonne should be a priority, but you put in your personal stuff first and you fill in Arbonne. And I am a huge person. I get up my calendar, I fill in all my stuff that is non-negotiable first. And then I plug in all my Arbonne in between all of that. And I know most of the people starting this business, you're working a full-time job still, and that's great, and you should be. But pretty soon, if you work this consistently, and that's the key, consistently, you will be able to make those choices. So with not just the income and the car, you guys travel. I've now earned over 11 trips with Arbonne, and these are amazing, amazing trips around the world that just aren't little things. I always use the phrase of going to Wisconsin Dells because I knew that's what we grew up going to. That was a big trip. This is not Wisconsin Dell trip. These are amazing trips, and the jewelry, and the biggest piece of all is that personal growth. I'm not the same person I was 11 years ago. And everybody who knows me from back then would vouch for that. And I thank God every single day that I'm not that same person. So just embrace what you've taken in here tonight. This may be for you and it may not, but I guarantee you, you will fall in love with this product. It is something that will change not just your skin, but how you feel inside. So get on these nutritional products. Try the skincare. The makeup's fabulous. So, what I want you to do is, if you're a guest in the room, figure out if you need some questions answered, whether it be on the business or the product, get those answers still here tonight. There's a lot of people that can answer them for you, and make the decision here tonight. Are you ready to join this business and be a consultant? Or do you just want to start as a preferred client and get on these products? So thank you all for listening. And what we're going to, I think, do next is some awesome little nuggets from GTC. We all just got back from our global training conference, and we're going to bring up a few people that will share just a few nuggets. So I don't have the list.
Hannah, were you one of them, girl, or no? Christina was. Christina.
And I know Angie. Okay, so why don't you ladies just come on up and then just share 30 seconds of a quick takeaway, aha, or nothing.
Okay, so my name is Melissa, and this is my first GTC. I've been an independent consultant for about 2 months. I would say my biggest nugget is, so just a touch of background. I actually came to GTC because I was in Vegas for a work trip, and GTC was the tail end. And I could not tell you how amazing it was to be welcomed with all of those like hugs and love, and just just the tribe of people that you meet through Arbonne is just extraordinary. And I got more out of the few days that I was able to attend GTC than I have professionally over years. And I would say that if you haven't had the opportunity to come to GTC, it's probably, logistically speaking, one of the most well-organized events like that I have ever had the opportunity to attend. One of my little nuggets is the only thing standing in between you and where you want to go is you. And if you can just take a second to get out of your own way, it is just extraordinary. I was able to spend a few days with some people that have become extraordinarily dear to me from all over the world, have access to and try some just amazing products that my children have since lathered themselves in since I've been home, and planned every bake sale known to man. But I will tell you that part of the thing that I walked away from was that, I'm a single mom of 2 girls. They're 7 and 9. And what I'm doing is, over time, I am just impacting their lives in the sense that I'm reducing their exposure to things that I don't want them to put on their skin and in their bodies. And to me, that's, as a mom, the biggest gift that I can give them moving forward. So if you didn't have the opportunity to attend this year, I would say just put it on your bucket list for next year. If it's just a bucket list thing, just do it. You won't regret it. That you will get scooped up by 18,000 people that will just love you to pieces. So.
Hello, everybody. I'm Crystal Wandler. I've been an independent consultant for only about a month now. Miranda introduced me to the product last year. It was about October-ish. I started using it, and I thought, wow, I really like this stuff. So she had asked me to come to GTC, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I'm so glad that I did. I've definitely made some lifelong friends, and I'm using more products, and I'm getting more people to enjoy those products. And so I'm really happy about the whole experience. Very emotional, I would say, is what I completely took from the whole experience. Very educational, very organized. So it was just a great experience, and I'm looking forward to next year. So.
I'm Angie, and I've been a consultant since October, and it was my first GTC as well. And Beth and Heidi were really the only ones that I knew that were going, so I was slightly terrified. And I was welcomed with open arms by everyone, and really given some crucial pieces of advice, not only for my business, but for myself. So in the words of Patty, I'm getting over myself.
So this is my first GTC as well, and per usual, Lisa was highly encouraging of take advantage of this opportunity. Take time to go. It's worth your time. It's worth your money. And one thing that I really took away from this was you're encouraged to invest in your business, but this company invests in you immensely. And from the moment you step into that MGM, whether it's the arena or picking up your registration packet, have you seen all these wonderful bags on here? But they invest in us because they want us to be successful, and they, from not just the gifts they give us, but who they bring in. And I realized many things. Somebody, like you were just saying, it was an emotional weekend, but it's an emotional weekend because it really, again, helps you to believe in yourself, and it will strike a fire under your butt and get you into momentum in a way that's not just around your business, but also around your ability to make a change. And so if you haven't gone, and if you have ever considered going, be there next year. It's worth it.
So, and I would just like to say, I don't know how they ask us to come up here and say one nugget, because like as you can see, everyone's stuck here for like 3 minutes, because like, how do you pick one thing, you guys? It was GTC, it was amazing. It was my first one. My name is Christine, I'm a district manager, independent consultant. And there were so many things, but the one thing that I'm going to speak about today was, one of the speakers that we heard was Lisa Voorhees, and she's a ENVP with Arbonne. Amazing, all the speakers were amazing, but one of the things that she said was, we have to fire our fears. And I was like, yes, right? And I'm sure it resonated with so many people, like not just me, but probably with 17,999 people at GTC. I was listening to an audio yesterday morning. I've been listening to the Lisas. So that was Lisa Voorhees. I was listening to Lisa Nichols, if any of you have listened to her podcast. She's fantastic. She's fantastic, right? Yes, quote of the day. And so in addition, and this goes right along with firing your fears, she talks about how convenience and conviction cannot live on the same block. And I have been living on the convenience block, right? And so it really, that just, pushed me forward into a different thinking about firing your fear. So for me, if I am going to make this business be what it looks like in my head out here, then I have to fire my fear. I need to be bold. I need to be called into action. And so this is more of like a personal testament for me that it was so amazing at GTC just to have that sort of revelation. Like you hear people say it, but then to just sort of take it in yourself when you're there. My daughters are here. If you've seen them, they're sitting. One is there, one's over there. And the other part of this business too is if I'm going to be the person to show them what hard work is and what getting uncomfortable can do. This is what you have to do. You have to be bold. You have to fire your fear. So think about it. If you haven't thought about that, think about what it would look like if you actually did that. Because I know that I am not currently the person that I was made to be, but I'm working on that, and I'm going to get there. I'm not the second grade girl who got called up to the front of the class to do a math problem and got it wrong in front of the whole class, and forever took that with me, that I was incompetent, that I was not smart, that I could not change, anything about myself. I took it with me. And so today I'm letting that one go, right? Letting that go. Like my perception of myself has changed in doing the whole firing your fear thing. So I hope that you guys really think about that. I'm also going to quote Lisa Nichols again because I thought it was so great. She also said on the podcast that I was listening to yesterday that you, and I'm saying this for myself as much as for everybody out here now, but that you don't have to live feeling that you have anything to hide, that you have anything to protect, that you have anything to prove, or that you have anything to defend. None of us do. And so for myself, that means that I'm going to live as my authentic self, as my fun self, but mostly as my grateful self, because I'm so grateful for my life, and I'm so grateful for this room and this business and these people. And I am now, Ann Gustafson, committed to being in Green Bay in August. I will be there. So that's my one little nugget, right? That's all I couldn't get it down to one nugget. So that's my nugget. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Okay, so huge blessing. Christy and I have been in a small group in BSF this whole last year, and that's just been incredible. So Bible Study Fellowship, it's been so awesome to do that together. So, and okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up, close this up. How do we do that? So, I just really, what? Oh, never mind. High Students Products. I'll be back. Anyone can do this business. Orange juice and chocolate syrup. Orange juice.
I have to say one little thing about the amazing Christina, that when she said that she took that with her, that she wasn't smart, she wasn't competent. I worked with this girl as a critical care nurse. She was a rocky nurse, so she was smart, she was competent, and I don't know why you stuck that in your pocket and thought she was, because we did critical care labor delivery, and it was rough, and she was on spot, so you are smart. Somebody mentioned that that she really cared about what she put in her body and hadn't really found something that she would feel good about putting on her skin. Well, here I was, a nurse, and I never got the memo that what I put on my skin was harmful. That was like a brand new information for me. Like, no one sent me an email saying this stuff is bad. And I was kind of dumbstruck. Like, I knew how to be healthy on the inside. I knew how to eat right, and I'm not saying I always did it, but I didn't know how. And I honestly had no idea that there were toxic ingredients in the lotion I was putting on myself. And I thought I was buying nice stuff. So that kind of lit a fire for me. I was like Heidi, I was introduced to this in such a way that I just jumped into, and I didn't try the products either, but here was my thinking on that. I was given these stories to read, and I thought, well, nobody could have done this with this business if these products weren't just amazing. So it turns out they were. But what really grabbed me about the products was that they were safe, that they were healthy, they were clean. I didn't even know that was a term back then. Whole clean eating hadn't been invented, but they were clean products too. And so it's important. It's super important. It absorbs into your bloodstream. And the thing that people don't realize is that what you put in your body, what you eat and digest, goes through your liver, which is like your clearinghouse, and tries to pull out all the bad things. But what you put on your skin never goes to your liver. It just goes right to your organs. So all the junk just gets to go right into other parts of your body, and the liver never gets it. So it matters. It matters a lot, and I think that's part of our job, is to really help educate people about that. We've always had a really great anti-aging skincare line, and I'd already done some aging when I learned about it, so I was all about it. And the thing is that when I started it, it was like I could hear music in the morning. It was like my skin just was like, it transformed. And I've loved it for 11 years. My anniversary is in 9 days. And this this line came out at GTC, and it was like, oh my word, this is so much better. And I thought what I had was so amazing, and it was, but this is like super amazing. It's so much better. They reformulated it. They took out 38 different ingredients that were not toxic or harmful. We still formulate to the European Union standard, where they have removed almost 1,400 ingredients from their list of things that can be put in products. But there were still other ingredients that, while they weren't toxic, could possibly be allergenic for some people. So they pulled these things out and just made it even cleaner. And it is so much different. It's lighter, and they've added things like, so I was going to tell you, these are the Meet the Product sheets. So if you haven't met these sheets, they're on the source. And they've added things like a sustainable orange stem cell. So that's like a newer, like a more effective form of the orange that we had in there before. They stabilized their vitamin C, so it's even a better vitamin C than it was before. And they've added brown algae extract, which will help diminish fine lines, wrinkles. And then they've added other botanicals that just do things like hydrating. And I underlined some things because I just thought, like, there's one botanical that enhances the hydration and brightness and even tone. And when I started this 11 years ago, 2 weeks into my business, Dan and I were walking on the lake, and he said I looked different, and I didn't know what that meant. And I wanted like an adjective. And those of you that know Dan, it kind of goes by, no news is good news. If he doesn't see it from the means, it's all good. But I kind of pushed him for it, and he was like, not really, he just wasn't coming forward with it, so I stopped walking, and I just said, "You stand here till I get my adjective." He said I looked brighter. And I'm like, oh. I mean, that was just amazing. I mean, I'm pretty easy to please, but I loved it. Because I carried with me that I didn't have good skin. And I thought that was just, people, there were two camps. You either had good skin or you didn't have good skin, and I was in that one. And I remember being at the hospital, and we worked the night shift, and by 7 in the morning, I'd be horrified looking in the mirror. I was all kind of scaly and dry looking, because I hadn't found this yet. And all of that changed. But what I want to say to you is, if you haven't tried this, you have to meet this product, because it is that different. It's that hydrating. They sent this to the NVPs about 6 weeks before GTC, and they asked them to use it exclusively. To those of you that know we have that dry oil, a lot of people love using that with their Genius. They asked them not to use that so they would know just how different this particular line was. And they just went wild. And they were saying that at GTC how they'd been using it, and they were saying you have to get this one in your hands. The other one was great. This one is greater. So I just wanted to kind of give a plug for it, because I think the packaging is gorgeous, but it's what it does. It's just so hydrating and soothing and light feeling. And I didn't think the other was heavy, but this I noticed right away was really light. So if you haven't gotten it, get it tonight. Order it, get it. If you're a guest, sign up and get it, because you will not be sorry. It's extraordinary. No pressure, but it's all about you. We want you to have brightness. Yeah. So anyways, it's all been reformulated. The new cellular renewal mask is part of that line too. So it's just yummy products. So I'm excited.
I didn't know if we were doing like going down the whole thing. Okay, good. These sheets are actually yes, I will mention that, because it's like my favorite thing. I think actually, I mean, I love the new products; they're amazing. But my favorite thing ever, because I think if Arbonne ever has gotten any kind of criticism, it's been about our ingredient, like accessibility. Thank you, Miranda Brower, area manager qualification. It's always been on the box, but it's not on. It hasn't been on the actual package. So here's a really fun thing, and what we've been able to do is say, oh, we'll contact your independent consultant. We can go on the source. We can cultivate the product sheet, and we'll email a PDF to you, because that's really easy to do. So now, when you go on the website, Shop Arbonne, anyone, a shopper, a client, or the app, see? Yep, or the app, and maybe just manager, can just click on the Meet the Product sheet. So it's not just the ingredients, it's everything. It's what are the key botanicals? How do you use it? What is it great in conjunction with? What's the PC price? It's like, oh, you want more information? We'll just give you all the information. So it's amazing. It made our job like a million times easier. And just in terms of Arbonne in general, just like complete transparency above and beyond. So that's probably my favorite product launch is the Meet the Product sheet attached to the actual. It's my favorite. What's up? Yes.
Is that it's Colleen's birthday?
Oh, yes, Colleen's birthday. She's 29. 29 again. Yeah, 29. Yeah. Okay, so now for real, we're going to close it up. So, all right, so this was an especially emotional, awesome, fun meeting, or Discover Arbonne, whatever. My son calls them meetings. Where are you going, Mom's meeting? Okay, who's going to be there? Is Miranda going to be there? Sarah, yep. Rochelle got a shout out today. Is it Rochelle? So anyway, Discover Arbonne. But for real, like just soak it in, take it in. What did you get from tonight? Whether it be about the products, are you needing to get into some cleaner products? Now you have the information that it matters. You can't unlearn that. That was my thing. Can't unlearn it, can't unknow it. It's true. So if that's where you're at, awesome. Get with the folks who brought you here and figure out how that all works. If you want to share this information with other people, invite a few people over, and we'd love to get this information out. That's really our mission. And if you want to really just kind of, step into something different, something outside the box and see what this can do and join this crazy group of folks. Again, just lean in. And I think, that was definitely where I was at 4 years ago was I can't shake this. Like I just keep thinking about it and I had to get over myself. I was a professional. I had a, master's. And so, but like this can provide more than most things can in terms of like all of the meanings of what it can provide that more things can. So, just kind of think about it where you're at and on a really reasonable thing, like a 1 to 10 of 1, like, hey, I want to get into some of those products and kind of test them out, 45-day guarantee. 10 being, holy smokes, like get me rolling on this. I love this whole business thing. And let's talk about it. So I think we'll wrap it up from there. Oh, what's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you have not spelled the new spot.
Oh yeah, get over here.
I just created my purse. Yeah. Because, well, as one girl said on Facebook, you got a problem if you keep smelling your skin out.
Right.
So you gotta, if you haven't smelled this. And so I get a email from The Truth About Cancer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it was interesting because they said that essential oil should have a carrier oil. And I haven't even read the whole thing, I just read the highlights. But one of the carrier oils was grapefruit. And I know that's not
it's true.
So, but I just had to say, just carry this in your purse and you squirt a little bit on people.
maybe ask them first. Maybe just ask them first. You want to get that going with weird Arbonne. But just such a blessing to be in the room with you all tonight. And Anne-Marie, Jury Roy's until May 13th. Yes. Do it. Get on it. Talk to somebody. If you don't know about it, we'll be there. May 13th. May 13th. And thank you. Thank you for taking a really precious sliver of your time and being here with us. So